What is poppin'? It is your boy Lovenothotss, and today we are going to be doing a monotype bug workshop. Yes, that is right. A bug workshop. Bug is not really the type which you see a lot of people hyping about, but at the end of the day, I figured I want to do something a little bit different, something fun, and there's actually some cool bug mons out there, so let's go ahead and show these mons some love. I didn't do any bug dens, so I didn't really get to like focus on bug types so much. Like you kind of see like the Galvantula around, but there's a lot of good bug types. Like I've been using Crystal personally. I definitely want to add him on this team, hands down, and I'll show you guys why. But yeah, this is gonna be a bug workshop. So let's get into things. So I mean, as you guys know about the bug type, it's pretty much weak to rock, it's weak to fire, and those are going to be the hardest things to go against, especially the fire, because a lot of them have high base speed and high special attack. On top of that, their stab moves can often set up the sun, or they have abilities to set up sun for them, as well as there are no fire types with chlorophyll, so that's good. But yeah, fire in general is going to be a main issue. Rock is going to be an issue too, but rock is not so much the type that you have to worry about offensively in terms of you facing rock type Pokemon. It's more so rock is easily accessible as a coverage move. For example, Stone Edge is often run on fighting type Pokemon so that they can overcome flying types, and that they can also overcome bug types. So yeah, like Rock Slide is also often run on things like Shift Tree to help them overcome their weakness to fire. So yeah, the rock type attacks we have to worry about more so than the typing, but with fire it's the typing which you have to worry about because they also resist us. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and look at who we got then for starters, So let's move this over here. Okay, so we have Shuckle. I mean, surprisingly, he's the only one over here, which is OU. Let me just make sure this is the right. We can leave it like that. Yeah, alrighty. So, yeah, we have Shuckle here. I mean, he has really good defenses. Everyone knows his contrary ability is nice. I'm not gonna like go into each individual mon just like that. I want to kind of browse over everything. So we have Durant. He's good because he helps us overcome rock types, which we're weak to, and he also has a high base defense stat, so we can switch in on rock slides and stone edges and not really worry about that. That is notable. Araquanid here, water type, and its ability also makes it take less damage from from fire type attacks, so that is really useful as it allows us to switch in on fire type attacks and potentially wall them, or at least allow us to pivot and kind of make things go in our favor, perhaps, get us out of a sticky situation, get us out of a threat. So Escavalier, I mean, same deal as Durant. The only difference is that he's on a slower spectrum, so he isn't as fast, but then he gains the defenses, and I believe he also hits harder. Not 100% sure, because like the hustle ability is also the factor, but he has a more consistent power, and he also just has more bulk in general, so he is much nicer on a Trick Room team. So I was wondering, besides Orbeetle, if we had like any other Trick Room setters, but I don't know if I want to do a Trick Room team for this one or not. I'm kind of like leaning towards sticking to normal, to be honest with you. Given that we have access to 2 sticky web setters with Bobby and Galvantula, and then we also have cover dancers, so we can just have a slow Pokemon that can work in the Trick Room, especially given how Trick Room is a psychic type attack. Tends to be psychic types are, often using it too. Not saying that they're the only ones who can get it, because that's not true. But yeah, I would say if I wanted to start picking mons off the bat, I mean, I would definitely start off with Crustle then. As you guys know, like I mentioned in the beginning, that I would definitely want to see him on the team. What do you guys think about the stream quality, by the way? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. I want maybe even including post DLC 1 mons. I would say let's hold off on that and just wait until those actually release before, like get into all that. So for like right now, I would say for this Crustle, his ability is 30, pretty much allows him to run from getting one-shotted. It's really useful. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really going to go into that too much further. What I would say is that his speed stat is what kind of hinders him, so that you would have to like run him with absolute max speed if you really want him to sweep, and that's the kind of role which he is best suited for. I mean, as you can see, like, he does get access to stealth rock and spikes. However, given his typing and his ability, he'd be better off taking advantage of that, you know, that sturdy and just setting up a shell smash and sweeping. I mean, if he gets hit by water type attack, if it's max geyser, then he's definitely getting screwed next turn. He's not really going to get a chance to stay in and do much, and if he's running those moves, then the opponent can also freely set up on him. So I mean, I think he's better suited as a shell smasher. If you decide to use him as a stealth rock spike setter, you could try and do a set. He gets toxic, but it's not really what I would go for. He has a good physical defense, but no will-o-wisp, so it's like you can maybe run him as a physical wall if you want to maybe go like max attack and maybe some defense and HP, and just like say screw the speed if you want. Maybe just go like max attack, max HP, and then maybe give it like stealth rock, knockoff, earthquake thing, like 3 attacks like that. You can maybe try him like that, but it doesn't give you nearly the same results. This kind of set which I'm gonna put on him is gonna allow him to put that offensive pressure on the opponent. So where's Shell Smash? SH Shell Smash. Earthquake is gonna allow you to hit those fire types with more accuracy than Stone Edge. Because Stone Edge is really nice for sure, but it doesn't always hit. But you still want that to have a more reliable stab attack. And then X Scissor is good to have there as your next stab, though it is a bug type team, so you could go ahead and run knockoff instead. I'm just gonna think about this team for a second and stop thinking. Well, not say stop thinking, but like stop thinking from it from a regular team perspective and look at it from the bug perspective. So we'll go ahead and do that switch in a moment. Alright, so against fire we're pretty much good. Against water, it is what it is. The last move that we have here is for coverage, so what bug allows us to do is hit psychic types and dark types. I mean, yeah, that's really nice, and I mean, given how it's a Shell Smash Sweeper, being allowed to like take advantage of a 100% accuracy stab is pretty nice, you know, especially if you don't Dynamax it. If you Dynamax it, then the accuracies become irrelevant. Knockoff allows us to hit the Psychic type as well. It also hits those types. But yeah, things like Tyranitar would still take more damage from X Scissor. I think about things that threaten this. We're looking at, well, water, rock, steel, so we mostly cover those. Body press is not going to be useful. Poison jab hits the grass, which bug already does, so yeah, I mean, looking at what they both cover, X Scissor seems like the better option than knockoff, because they both hit the psychic types, but this just gives you a stab which hits more things, so you're probably gonna have to run that. Oh, thanks for the resub, Hayward. How you doing, bruv? Alrighty, so I'm also thinking the Lumberry is a great option to go on Crustle, because not only does he get the ability to survive getting one-shotted with Sturdy, but he also gets the ability to set up Shell Smash safely, because let's say you're up against something which carries like Will-O-Wisp, and then you Shell Smash and they Will-O-Wisp you. If you don't have that Lumberry, it's like your Sturdy gets broken, but then your attack goes back to what you were starting at. You know what I'm saying? So like all your effort just kind of gets put to waste there. So that Lumberry can definitely save you from that. Also paralysis as well. That can hinder your speed, prevent you from sweeping as well. So that Lumberry is gonna be super crucial. It's much better than the White Herb. You don't really need to run White Herb on this guy because it's the benefits of running that are really minuscule in comparison. Wouldn't boost be better so that rocks don't ruin its sturdy? Boots? No, because it has enough bulk in general to survive most things, especially on the physical spectrum. It has like over a base 100, it has a base 125 defense stat, so like it can easily switch it on Earthquakes. It can even take Stone Edges from things which don't run stab on it. Rock Slides, no problem. So the boots, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like you don't need those. Lumberry is much more important just because it allows him to do what, you know, he's meant to do in the first place. Yeah, definitely not in doubles either. Yeah, in doubles, man, yeah, they're always running status, bro. Yeah. Alrighty, so next mon. Let's see. Well, I mean, doubles or singles, we haven't even like really decided that. But Crustle works on either. I'd say he is better on singles. If you're running Stone Edge, then I would say go for singles. If you're running doubles, then you'd want to switch that to Rock Slide. Personally, when I use Crustle, he's not on a monotype team. Well, actually, no, I lied. He is on a monotype team, but he's on a rock team. I run him on rock, and when I run him, I use that team for doubles, and I run him with Rock Slide. But for singles, you would prefer to run a Stone Edge. Okay, so pretty much it's either we take them on which appreciates Trick Room, or we take them on which doesn't appreciate Trick Room. But either way, you inarguably need the Bug Steel on the team just to allow you to take out those pure rock types and handle them better. The same switch in on those incoming rock type attacks. So I mean, if I look at the team, it's like if you want to go with a Trick Room route, you're gonna have to fit the Orbeetle, which gives you weaknesses to, you know, the Dark, Ghost. It's gonna be really hard to cover. It's gonna be too hard to cover. I don't think I want to do the Trick Room run on this, especially given how Crustle wants to run the Shell Smash. So I'm gonna stick with the Durant. Before I like make all the sets, I'm just gonna like kinda work on getting a small team lineup and start ironing that out before I start worrying about sets. Wild Mao appeared. Welcome. So we have Durant, so like we have nothing that's really good against the fire type. Araquanid, I was saying, was a really good option for anti-fire because it has really good bulk, so you can safely switch in on fire type attacks given how its ability actually halves the amount of damage that you take from fire. So when you're being threatened by fire type attackers, especially the stab ones, you have a safer switch. It's just a good typer, like a good type for mono bug. If you're looking for bug types to run on like a normal team, you wouldn't look at Araquanid, but for mono type it kind of serves a different purpose. On mono bug. On mono water you wouldn't really look at this, but on bug, oops, why did I type in Araquanid again? Yeah, on bug you'd probably want that. I was saying like Frostmoth is cool, but it allows for so much more weaknesses with the rock type. If you wanted to run boots, like Frostmoth appreciates that more, given how it can still use Quiver Dance, and its ability Ice Scales halves the damage with it takes in special attacks. So you know, you can still kind of use it as like a special defensive pivot where like you switch in on a special attacker, you can set up while they switch out and maybe get something going. Whereas like when the Assault Vest special wall, it's like you're free to attack, but you can't really pivot the same way, especially if you're not immune to rocks. And I mean, on Bug Team it's nice to have someone who's immune to rocks as well. Ninjask I was thinking would be pretty cool to have with Baton Pass. But I don't know if we want to run that just because people are kind of against that. I'm kind of like, I don't want to go that route because, you know, it's kind of too OP. It's like, I don't need to use that. I'm not looking like, bro, come on now. Bro, once you get the single protect, what the hell is outspeeding you? At that point, you're already getting the +1 speed that you can give to anybody you want before your sash is even touched. You feel me? So I'm not going with that, bro. That's too much. You know me, that's too much. Well, we gotta think of some more balanced stuff. So if we look at it, we're still like hella weak to rock. Of course we're gonna be flying type, not too bad. In terms of our offenses now, what do we have trouble going up against? We have trouble going up against water types. Right now no one here can handle a water type of an enemy. You're weak to it, you have nothing really, just your main stab. So like Galvantula or Vikavolt. So again, Vikavolt would have been better on the Trick Room version, but I'm gonna go with the Galvantula. So a web user would be cool, like Vika or Gavant. Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what I was gonna do. Well, that's what I did, I should say. So yeah, like what I would do, you have Swarm and Compound Eyes. Those are both like really good abilities. I mean, you can run Compound Eyes with Thunder. I personally prefer running Swarm with the Focus Sash. just because it's like you get access to Bug Buzz that hits harder. You know, it hits harder than Thunder, and it has more accuracy. You feel me? Swarm Bug Buzz hits harder than Thunder, so that's why. That's why. And also, it gets access to Giga Drain, so that's useful. You could run Giga Drain. Let's look at this whole move pool. Like, you definitely want Sticky Webs on it, but we also have Ribombee for that. And I was thinking that the Fairy type is also going to be kind of useful for this team. We also kind of like the Ground type as well. You know. We have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Giga Drain, Infestation, Toxic, and then a whole bunch of trashier moves down here. So then the question is, do you want to run Ribombee, or do you want to run Galvantula to run Sticky Webs? Like, you can run both Pokemon on the same team if you want, right? But when I look at it, it's like you gain a poison weakness, which you have an immunity for, which is good. But what's your answer for poison though? You get Stomping Tantrum, which is like whatever. I'm normally gonna Dynamax this thing, I guess, but you get Dig, which isn't really so good either. It's easier to counter, but in Dynamax it doesn't matter too much, so it's kind of sticky there. I think you have to run Dig regardless. You have to run it. Yeah, I think you have to run it though. Yeah, and then you just run like your Rock Slide for like the flying ones like Charizard, or you could run Stone Edge, but with Hustle it's gonna be too inaccurate, so I'd still go for Rock. Oh my god, that's still gonna be really heavy, really hard, bro. What is Hustle doing? 0.8, eh? So then if we multiply Stone Edge's accuracy, oh my gosh, that's way too low. Damn, man, those moves are risky as heck, bro. Yeah, this team's really gonna struggle against fire types, bro. Really hard. Yeah, you're gonna have to go Rock Slide for sure. You don't really have the ability to risk all that shit, man. Damn it, man. And like things like Arcanine, freaking Incineroar, they don't give a shit about your Rock Slide, that's for sure. So, this team's definitely gonna have a problem with fire, no doubt about it. Your cross is gonna be like really important. Like, you get Stomping Tantrum too, yeah. You sacrifice a little bit of base power. The only thing is that Stomping just benefits you when you're not in Dynamax, and it's like you need to hit them right then and there. 'Cause like with Dig, you're still immune, and it's also good for stalling out their Dynamax. So actually, I kind of want to run Dig over Stomping, especially if it's singles. If it's doubles, that might be different. Cause like if you think about it, it's like you run the Dig, and then it's like either they stay in and they take it, and like they stall out a D-Max turn, or you stall out whatever, or it's like they switch into like a Flying type or Levitate Mon, and then they avoid it, and then from there it's like you either have this move where you can switch in, or you can do something. But at least, yeah, like either way, I think it works out. You just get a little bit more power when you do it. Stomping though, does it count when you miss though? Cause that would be useful. If it counts when you misses though, then that's a different story. Cause technically that could be broken. If it's like a mechanical thing. What if it misses? Does it count if it misses? Nah, if it misses, eh? If it misses, you can pair that up with Hustle. That would be pretty broken. It doubles if you miss. It doesn't say that though, sadly. If it does though, I'll be down to use it. Let me see, cause I don't think it does. It doesn't say that. Okay. But if fail misses, flinching. What is this? Okay. I'm just gonna look at all these. So, Stomping Tantrum doubles to 150 base power for more than just but it failed. Misses, flinching, attacking, into immunity, or just through the waste power stomping tantrum. Okay, so missing does seem to work. According to this. Does stomping tantrum double in base power fuse a healing move? No, why would it? Nah. Bumping tantrum. Okay, perfect. So like 2 people say that when you miss when you miss an attack, it will double up stomping tantrum's power. So then that's really good, because with hustle, it's technically like a little technicality which I kind of thought of, is that since hustle gives you a higher chance to miss, you can kind of take advantage of that, you know, because you have a higher chance to miss. So like this move would actually be more suitable on this in that sense, you know. But like it's not always a move which you'd want to go for. Like, the Pokemon doesn't have hustle, then you're gonna appreciate using other moves, especially if it has the earthquake, then you definitely want to be using that, or even high horsepower. But yeah, you definitely want your X-Scissor and Iron Head. So it seems the superpower serve any purpose on this team. Against steel types, it helps us. We do need anti-steel. That could be useful, but then we do have anti-steel, but it's different though. It's a little bit different though. It is different though. It is different anti-steel. But we do like our stabs though. We do like our stabs though. That Shadow Claw is pretty interesting though. To decent to steel and fire. True. I feel that, bro. I'm thinking we could add Scent to Scorch on a Trick Room variant to the team, don't you think? Because he has low speed. Like maybe you can add on Scent to Scorch, and like he's also like kind of decent at like taking the ghost types and shit like that, and he has Crunch. So like he can cushion the Orbeetle better. So he kind of be better with a Trick Room team, I think. Cause like of his base speed. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Cause like, you know, that's what I'm thinking. I think he'd serve more of an offensive presence when like he can attack first. It's like he's kind of easy to pick off. Well, I know he has low base speed. He has a lot of HP and a lot of attack. He has a lot of attack and a lot of HP. His speed, on the other hand, isn't like the craziest, but if you really want to try something, you can try like that. But I would definitely prefer bulky for sure. Along those lines. He gets the attacks though. Things that he gets attacks, you know what I mean? Like he gets Crunch and Knockoff. I'd rather just use Knockoff than in that regard. And he also gets Power Whip. Super useful for coverage. Lunge, really useful as well. Does he get Mega Horn? No Mega Horn. Defense drops. Yeah, man, that's also nice too. Yeah, man. So like Fire Lash in this, but now if you were to look at it, we're weak to flying, which isn't too bad. We're weak to water, which we can handle, but the rock weakness is gonna be killer, especially if you want to run that Frostmoth. I think this is better on a Trick Room team still. It's definitely a good mon. Definitely 100% a great mon, dude. Great mon. Amazing mon. Great mon. Great mon. Really good mon. But it's more suitable on a Trick Room team, given its speed stat. You can kind of make it like a friggin' monster. Like, you have no idea. Cause like I'm telling you, like I've used Scent to Scorch. That's why I'm speaking like this. Like it was literally my egg hatcher. So like I had it EV'd for like max bulk, max attack. And like I would sometimes just bring it with me to battles when I'm doing the versus glitch, like I'll do the battle. So like I know how to use Senti, and it's like when you give them the bulk, it's like you can just continuously drop their attack stat, and like they can't do anything. You don't even have to run Will-O-Wisp. You know what I mean? It's like he can work as a pretty good wall, and that's why his physical defensive stat is a little bit lower, because that ability which he gets, that attack which he gets to lower the attack stat of the opponent, is kind of compensated for his lower base defense stat. And that's their way of kind of balancing him. in a sense, you know, like it's kind of like the micro mechanics. It's like their kits, you know. That's why these guys are placed in these categories and things that make them placed where they are. I'm just kind of surprised that you're the only one up in OU, given how Durant is below, you know. I'm surprised that Butterfree is so low down too. Yeah. But yeah, Orbeetle is really tricky to run with, but you could try it for the Trick Room team, that's for sure. One big problem, you can run Glycopod. Yeah, Glycopod has some good defenses too, and also to give you some more cushion against the fire type. You know, so that's also nice indeed. Well, going up again, like the thing is that it's just hard because our offenses are. Your offense is kind of overlap in the sense that once you die, we can't really kill a freaking Corviknight, let alone anything that's like even a Gastrodon, anything that's like good physically defensively. So, for that reason, you still do want Senti then. So now it's like swap out, like, how do you want to make this a Trick Room? Like, that means you can drop out Durant then, and then just run Xcav. But then how are you gonna do that and then fit Orbeetle on it? What the fuck? This is gonna be insane. This team is gonna be interesting. If you run Xcav for the bulk and like consistency, because you like consistency, this guy is harder to bring down, bro. Like, against Excadrill, this guy will fuck up an Excadrill, bro. He can handle Exca. He's not worried. He's not worried about that. But it's like, yo, he needs support. He needs to attack first, or else he's baked. Dragapult will just Fire Blast him before he can even hit him. You have to run an Aqua Berry on him, but a ban would be nice, though. Freaking Banded Xcav is just one-shotting shit, dude. Especially if you have rock support, though. Donkeys. It's gonna be tricky to run. We have to run a different kind of team. Galvantula's too frail to run on a team like this. You would want Vikavolt, but how bulky is Vikavolt? Is it bulky? Well, you can make it bulky, can't you? What if you like kind of gave it a little bit of special defense? Could if you wanted. Is it necessary though? Not with all that HP, I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary with all that. You could probably get away with just doing that. Yeah. So I'm thinking like Trick Room was looking like it might be better, but it's tricky, bro. It's tricky as fuck. It's just, bro, like, if they can attack first, it's so easy, cause like, who doesn't have Fire Blast on their team? Who doesn't have Stone Edge on their team? Who doesn't have a Hydro Pump on their team? It's like, it's just so easy just to slay us without Trick Room. Like, once Trick Room is done, our team is like at the hands of them, bro. We're just begging, like, please don't hit me with a super effective attack, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets, like, this team without Trick Room will be crying, bro. It will be crying. It will squeal. It will be wheezing. And their only Trick Room center that I'm seeing is that Orbeetle. That's what I'm saying, like, Bug's hardest was like, you might not even want to run Trick Roomer on the first place. As weird as it sounds, like, maybe like go for like a Tailwind Mon with like Silvally, I don't know. Maybe you could try that, but it's like, what do you do? It's like, if you get Tailwind, wherever the hell it is, then it's like, what does your speed become? Oh, still low. There's no point in doing that. You don't get any speed. For you, not really. It's not really worth putting that on. For you, it might be worth, actually. Let's see, like 300. You'd wanna, yeah. What speed do we wanna hit? I mean, being able to outspeed like Cloyster and Gyarados would be nice. So that would be like 262 at Jolly Nature. So if we can outspeed 262, that would be what, 131. So if we hit like 132, then we can outspeed the Jolly Cloister Jolly Gyarados before they set up a Shell Smash or Dragon Dance. If we have Tailwind, that won't work though. It won't work because it's like the turn that you switch out, they're gonna set up. So it's like, how the hell do you pull this off? Are you gonna Thunder Wave it? We do need a wall of some sort, so this could kind of work as that. It's like, what the fuck? Like, your typing is so bad. You're just raw bug, you're just susceptible to like everything. Yikes. You can set up a Rain Dance perhaps, and like weaken the fire. Who do we have to take advantage of that Araquanid? So Rain Dance on you, maybe. But if you already have the water here, it's like, it's iffy, it's iffy. It might not be worth the whole spot just for Rain Dance, man. It's really not. It's hard to say it is. Yeah, stab U-turn. The one time you get stab U-turn, yay. The one time it's actually stab. Holy shit! Imagine U-turn having stab. When the fuck does U-turn have stab? This is like a foreign concept, bro. U-turn having stab. Okay. So these guys, they just cry to fire. Everyone's crying to fire. Okay, Orbeetle can at least take a hit though. That's the thing. Even though it's weak to a lot of things, it can take a hit, so it can get a Trick Room up. And we need the Trick Room Center, no matter how you look at it. So it's like, you need the damn thing. You need that health. From there, it's like, do you want to be able to take the freaking Stone Edge or take the Fire Blast? Because you got it's one or the other, bruh. Oh, at least you're not weak to Bug. That's nice. I like that. You're gonna be used up against dark types. Kind of. Mixing Wind and Trick Room. Nah, I didn't even use Wind. Like, I was looking at Wind, but I'm looking at it like, I don't see how we can even use Silvally, because it just offers like in singles at least, it's too hard to pull off. In doubles, yeah, it's different. If you want to make this like doubles, bro, like, oh man, I mean, it won't be too hard to swap it around. All you have to do is like really just switch that's for Rock Slide. That's about it. The team, these guys can still work for doubles. But damn, man, this team is so hard still, bro. Centiscorch is definitely offering a nice typing though, especially with this team. Like, definitely gotta look at him now for sure. Though having only one rock resistor and then everyone else weak to rock kinda lets you just get swept. Having a Durender kinda prevents that, especially since it's faster. And all these guys are weaklings. Frostmoth, what does that do for us? Gives us some special resistance. Gives us, it's not really crazy. It gives us anti-ground, I guess. Oh man, I'm starting to look at Vikavolt like maybe Vikavolt's not even necessary for this team. It offers offense, but in terms of typing, it doesn't offer much actually. It gives us Levitate. We're not worried about the ground type. So in fact, we might have to drop Vikavolt actually. As weird as it sounds. Cause I kinda had an idea for Corvette. Oh yeah, I see. So yeah, we need that for those flying types. Rip. Well, I was just thinking that like the whole team is just so slow. I'm just thinking how susceptible we are once Trick Room is down. I think Galvantula might be a better option, especially given how we can use Sticky Web. At least Sticky Web is like able to get it off, and we're, you know, I think that might be better. Cause like given how slow our team is, we can probably still outspeed them in Trick Room. I think maybe just run it like that, because at least this way we're not desperate to get Sticky Web. At least it's not like when the opponent sees us to be like, oh, he's leading with Galvantula, we're gonna bring our anti-Galvantula lead. Nah, now it's like we can put Galvantula in the back, lead off with Orbeetle, you know what I mean, set up a Trick Room, and then once the Corviknight comes out, then bring the Galvantula so it can actually do what it's meant to do at that moment, so it gets set up when they switch out. I like that. We're gonna stick with that. I like that. That's how I like that. Alright. But then the question is, who else do we struggle to attack? Because like we kind of covered our defenses, you know, we kind of approached it from that aspect, but who are we struggling to go against? You know what I mean? So like Psychic doesn't hit the dark type, we're not worried about that. Steel doesn't go against fire, we kind of have anti-fire. Water against water. Grass. So yeah, we need that Cinder Scorch for the grass. Wait, no, we have Bug, idiot. Okay, so then what about you? Water. And then you kind of help with water because you're just bulky. Ferro. So yeah, that's true. Ferro could be a little bit of a nuisance for this team for sure. Yeah, Cinder Scorch definitely has a place on this team given how we have Sticky Web and all that shit. So yeah. Yeah, man, definitely. Like, the issue was that he was too slow before, but now we have Trick Room and then Sticky Web too. Like, oh, he'll fit just fine. Amazing. The thing is that we definitely don't like the rock type, but you can't really say too much. It is what it is. I mean, Sandrush Excadrill could definitely have his fun with us if like my study's broken and this guy's down, then you can definitely just run through the rest. So, you gotta be careful, I guess. What do you get? Swarm, yeah, definitely. I mean, anti-crits are cool, but rock doesn't include Exca, true. Ground does though. Oh yeah, but that's true though. At least for like monotype, it's like either you're against mono ground or like yeah, mono rock. So if it's like an actual monotype tournament, you don't have to worry about him being like surrounded by a bunch of rock mons. I feel what you're saying. But if you're against a sandstorm team or some shit, it's like oh. But we're not gonna really run into people that complex. I highly doubt it. The only time you run those people is like in the gym challenge server, you know. Alrighty. So I guess we're gonna start with this team. This draft. So we start off with Crustle. He's like Ness. I guess just pop it in. Pop it in there. So now Araquanid. Let's see what people are saying for this guy. I definitely like the idea of health on it. It has a fair amount of HP. Its ability allows it to gain more damage output, and we're gonna need it to hit hard too. The question is, do we want to run Scald? I think Scald is nice for anti-Hippowdon, anti-Excadrill, but Will-O-Wisp. Anti-Excadrill is more of Excav's thing. Special will be the natural one, eh? Yeah, I think Orbeezyl's gonna need to take on that special role though. Just because it needs to be able to take the Fire Blast and those Shadow Balls and just stuff like that. It might run like a Calm Mind set. Jerk Room Calm Mind, you know. Toxic can wear walls down. Yeah, that's true, definitely. That's what Toxic is meant to do. I do have Excav for Toxic though, which is nice. And Excav has some pretty decent coverage. He gets like ground moves for the Toxapex, but and then for the Excadrill as well. So like I don't have to worry about worrying about this going up against that. So I guess you can go with Liquidation instead of going with the weaker offense is what you're saying. But then when you're up against Hippowdon, it's like that's his dominant defense, and if he's running a Rocky Helmet, it's not so good. Against Corviknight, this is also not so good. Ferrothorn, whatever. Liquidation, like, it's a nice move, but it's kind of sticky for this team compared to how Scald works. Scald kind of gives you that flexibility that you're looking for. So even though it's a weaker special attacker, I'm kind of thinking that this would probably be more appreciated for support. You can also counter other other water types. And then yes, grass types too. What moves does it get? It gets Toxic, so yeah, you're saying that wears down walls. Okay, it gets Frost Breath. Okay. Mirror Coat. That's an interesting one, actually. I like Mirror Coat. And it seems like a lot of mons that we have get Sticky Web access, which is cool. But we're still going to run it on Galv, I believe. Unless you want to run both Volt Switch and an electric move, but I don't think there's a point in doing that. I think it's better to keep Sticky Web on him because Araquanid has a lot of versatility. So that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm looking at it. So Skull is pretty good, and then giving you a bug move is obviously another ideal option. Does it get any recovery though? I'm just wondering. I'm trying to see what its weaknesses are. So like it doesn't like physical attack, it doesn't like electric, it has good special defense, so things like Stone Edge hurt it. That's why I wanted Scald in particular. Do you want to EV it to be a little bit more defensive? And then what kind of attacks do you want to give it? Physical or special? So if it's good at anti-ground, etc. Giga Drain could be good against anti-Gastrodon, given how this team kind of struggles against it. You have Power Whip, but you don't really go up against Gastro the best. Only as Pain Split, eh? Giga Drain's like a super odd choice though. It is an odd choice. And like against the ground types, you're gonna want to be using Scald more often. It's really only for the opposing water types, which at that point Toxic will do better than Giga Drain, like you were saying. So yeah, fine, that makes sense. But I'm just going through the whole process, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely glad that you brought it up, but I have to go through the whole process, like, you know, pick everything. So now that means Toxapex can wall both of these moves. Toxapex you can't really do anything against, right? Okay, so if that's that, what else do you get? You get Mirror Coat, which can pretty much counter like Hydreigons and any special attackers, especially the electric types. I kind of feel like Mirror Coat is actually kind of disgusting on this model, given how its special defense is so high. I think that could be a hidden freaking gem. I think it's worth running it. So now, I mean, if you want a stronger hitting water move, then you could do that. You could just go straight for the Hydro Pump to say screw the Scald, you know what I mean, if you want to go that route. Because now it's like you're either running the Toxic or you're just going to be attacking and trying to kill things. Especially given how fire is a threat. If you want to get rid of it, you want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? But now if that's the case, then it's like, fuck. It's like, your physical hits harder. So then if that's the case, it's respectable. We can do this now. We can go back to physical, because then the mons which you generally like Hippowdon, you can get away with just simply using Toxic on it, you know. And then from there, I don't know what you can really do. Maybe go into Orbeetle. It's gonna set up rocks on you for sure, so switching around is gonna be hard. Yeah, I mean that it would be nice to have getting rid of rocks. Getting rid of rocks would be nice. Getting rid of rocks would be nice. Like, Ribombee does get defog. It's tricky. Well, the thing is that defog gets rid of your own Sticky Webs, dude. So, I prefer using that because Rapid Spin also boosts your freaking speed. Rapid Spin's better, but I don't think we get Rapid Spin, dude. I'm like, Escavalier is like the closest thing to maybe being able to freaking spin. I don't know. But, shit. So Vespiquen. Does Vespiquen do anything good? It gets like heal order and defend order. It's kind of like a wall. Doesn't do anything. Rip. Yeah, I kind of want you to help with the attacks too, but you definitely need to set up Trick Room, no doubt about that. Put Trick Room up top, please. But yeah, so for the Araquanid, so like, yeah, you definitely want this. You definitely want that more power. Let's just go ahead and check something real quick. Hydro Pump. Okay. Hippowdon. Normally they're running physical wall sets, so let me just run some shit here. So with no investment, that means that Hydro Pump can one-shot Hydro Pump can one-shot if it's not invested. Liquidation doesn't do shit. Scald is almost able to do something, and it can also burn. So it's either go for the one-shotter, go for Scald. I'm kind of tempted to go for the one-shotter, especially given like the nature of what it's meant to do, kind of put things down. I mean, Scald is nice though for its consistency. If you give it some investment, maybe it could start getting crazier, but I don't think so. Wait, yeah, it's not really getting any better. It requires too much investment for that to become a real threat. So all we can do is maybe we can like, yeah, Hydro Pump is already doing enough. I could say you could leave it at like this, like 92, and that should be enough special attack EVs for this mon. You know what I mean? Yeah, that makes it a one-shotter. Yeah, but then it's not a one-shotter if it's like against a careful nature one. But normally it's, I can't say normally it's not, but ooh, still does pretty nicely. How much does that have to take for it? Oh wow. So like at 136 it can take out careful nature, but that's kind of extra too now. I don't think we need that much given what I'm normally gonna be using up against. I think the bulk is preferred, but I mean, it's supposed to hit hard, right? Maybe it hits hard, like. Either way, Hydro Pump it is for sure. Seeing those damage numbers. Skull has like 100 AC. Yeah, it does. It does. But yo, it's not gonna one-shot unless this thing has an item to boost its power. I'm not gonna run it like that. Question is, what's the last move? Give it a substitute can be cool, but it kind of defeats the purpose of Mirror Cone. Icy Wind is whatever. Frost Breath, anti-flying, but we're slow. So I don't know. Frost Breath's not gonna do anything from this special attack though. So like what? Protect for the Toxic Stall. Yeah, that's kind of useful. If you want to like kind of scout Toxic Stall a bit. Magic Coat's also there. Give it a bug move. And you could, like I was looking at Lunge, Leech Life, and Code out. Oh no, Code's staying. It's really just the last move that I was thinking about. And I mean, Protect's looking like it could be versatile given how you can give it a pair of leftovers and Toxics. Like you can kind of stall an extra turn, make them take more damage, and you can heal yourself. So I'm thinking that has an interesting use here. Lunge is, the thing is that your physical attack and your special attack stats are not good enough to make use of those attacks, and given how we're a bug type team, most of the mons have the bug type attack already, so I'm not really too concerned about getting a bug move on this Pokemon in particular. So I'm thinking Protect would be a little bit, like I think Protect would be a better choice. Maybe just run the lefties with it. I don't know. This team's gonna be freaking tricky, bro. Fire hates all of you guys. No one here. Oh my god, this team is getting destroyed, bro. Tyranitar, oh my god, bro. Especially with weakness policy, bro. Help. Then Fire Blast and Rock and the Rock move cover everything. Okay, so. How much EVs was I saying? We're gonna do like 136 and call it a day then. Given how it's only one attack, then you might as well just go more bulk. Careful nature. Oh my gosh. 87.5%. 81.3. Still pretty good. I mean, given how it would naturally do that, yeah. If it was like the defensive nature, I'm kind of content like this. But it's just like against the other Pokemon. Oh, you're saying you're going to bed, eh? I feel that, Ferris. Alright, broski. Well, you have a great night. Thank you for coming out to the stream, broski. I'm just thinking, like, if you want Hydro Pump to become more effective against other mons that are just not weak to water, then you can increase its bulk, I mean its offense, but it needs to be more defensive, especially to be able to take the special hits, especially from things like Togekiss and whatnot. And then Gabe's physical defense can be cool, but yeah, we're saying 112. If you want with like 100, you're looking at 75% chance. 75% chance. Still, 81. That's a bit better. We'll go in like 108. That should give us like a good enough cushion. If it's a defensive nature with no EVs, then it's 100% knocked out. But if it's careful nature with no EVs for whatever odd reason it would ever be that case, then you got this. Which makes you think it's kind of redundant to add those extra EVs. Because like if it was like the regular set, which is the impish nature, then it's definitely getting old code without any freaking beneficial nature. Yo, what's up, Silent? So, Thonk. We're making a bug team, which can be pretty tricky, broski, because our weaknesses are so, like, evident and everywhere, bro. They're just everywhere. What do you want, Edison? Definitely not speed. Yeah, we outspeed Hippowdon, I believe. I don't think you're really worried about outspeeding things. Getting that defense would be pretty nice. Getting the ability to burn things would be nice, though. But like all you get is Scald, and like you kind of want to run things with the mons that you'd be running frickin' Scald against. You generally can just handle. Lefties is pretty nice. Skull, man. Skull protect. Hydro pump lefties. If it misses though, that could be annoying too. If I go with Skull, then you might want to go with no EVs at that point. Just make it like Skull always 2-hit KOs, doesn't it? Skull always 2-hit KOs. On those, you can make it more bulky, especially on the physical spectrum. Let me do that, cause like one-shotting is nice, but then there's too much risk involved with that. And like at least with this, you have more consistency. Now that Skull's not gonna be hitting hard at all. Maybe add a little bit of EVs to help with that, but I'm not going to be too concerned about increasing crazy damage on the Skull anymore. I think the main goal is to allow you to survive things. So like you want to be able to take the special attack to Mirror Coat. You want to be able to live things. In fact, HP is what we're kind of neglecting here, because like we have spare points kind of, given that nothing's been truly defined. Because this is the only physically defensive thing that we have. You can't really take hits. You you're meant to pivot special stuff. So that's enough for you. You have enough special defense, and then that's just there to make sure that your attacks aren't too weak, I guess. If Hydro Pump one-shots, it'll be useful on things like, I see though, but it's a Trick Room team, eh? So like if Trick Room's up, then you kind of need to take advantage of that speed. I'm just thinking, like, if things against Corviknight and whatnot, it's still gonna be a 2-hit KO. If it's Hydro Pump, it's a 2-hit KO. If it's Scald like this, is that a 2-hit KO? Maybe not. But what's Corviknight gonna do? Like, if it freaking Brave Birds, that could be problematic, especially if it's bulk up. So that's not even 2-hit KO. That's with no EVs. Hydro Pump starts 2-hit KOing at like, it doesn't start 2-hit KOing for a while. So Scald is still the better option, because with that burn damage and whatnot, it still kind of irons out. But yeah, with no EVs, it does too little, so it seems. So you need to give it a little bit. I just want to show that to you guys. Shedinja, he's cool. He's cool. How much did I add in originally? I added in 64. That brought me to 152. 64. That's what I currently have. So it's 64. I do 32.6. I almost 3 KO it after lefty. So I definitely can't handle it. Never really was the point of it to do that though. So what's some more realistic scenario that I'll be facing off with? I guess against an opposing water type. But they're going to want to switch out, so they're going to bring in an attacker. Yeah. So like having that power with the Hydro Pump is pretty nice. Especially with the Trick Room and shit. Scald kind of helps with things like Mimikyu and whatnot. It just helps you one-shot things. This is a thing that's tricky, bro. Fuck. Fine, man. That's tricky because like it can miss and shit, but it's like I understand why. Like it's just so tricky. It's like Skull or Hydro Pump, bro. This is like a tough one. I'm gonna just try out the Hydro Pump, dude, because we don't have turns to play around like that. It's either you miss or you hit, bro. Fuck, man. Fuck. Because I run Hydro Pump and it's a good ass move, but sometimes it's like, bruh. Oh man. Not as bad as Focus Blast, that's for sure though. So special defense is really nice. Definitely keeping it like that so I can take the Thunderbolts and whatnot. Special attack, we could increase that with a nature perhaps. Physical defense. How do you want to run it? More defense or more special attack? It would be nice to get some more defensive power. And then the special attack is just useful against opposing rock types. I could make this a Trick Room Sweeper potentially too, especially in the Dynamax form. If I made it like modest nature with like more special attack. How do we get that going though? If you like take out like maybe like a little bit. I don't want to take out too much special defense because that's super duper important for like the fire type attacks and whatnot. And electric type attacks. It's easier for me to get rid of the defense if anything. And add a bit to special attack, but it's like once you add rain after the first max geyser, you're gonna have an additional boost, so it's like you know. This is why you gotta keep on going back and calcing and seeing where it matters if I can even bother to do it right now. Because it's like, it's hard to figure out which scenarios you're actually gonna encounter that you need to. Like, Araquanid, I have no idea what it struggles against. Like, I know what it can struggle against based on what I see, but until I use it, I don't know shit. I was like, what the fuck? That's what I like about it though. Kind of makes you like, you know, dabble with more things. I definitely haven't used this mom before. I merely just looked at it, that's it. So for the nature, that's all I was really looking at now. More defensive or more offensive? I'm thinking more defensive would be cool. It would be cool. I think maybe go more attack. Now go minus speed or plus speed. Do I go minus speed nature or neutral speed nature? I mean, like quiet or modest. And 0 speed or nah. Like, do you want to start killing off speed? I don't think there's a point of killing off speed. I think we're slow enough to use Trick Room, and then fast enough to like kind of outspeed like the shit that we need to outspeed. I think we're at a decent speed. If we go modest, he might be a little bit too fast for Trick Room, maybe? Not too fast for Trick Room, but we're getting quicker. I think quiet nature like this is perfect for like mixing between Trick Room and non. I think this is perfect, because now you outspeed Corviknight and Trick Room. Well, actually, I think you always did, didn't you? Well, whatever, man. Anyways. Yeah, you're gonna want that power for sure, but then max air streams are gonna be bitches. Kinda makes you wanna just like... If you Dynamax, how's that gonna work? Like, you gotta die, and then you gotta come in right away. How does that even work? How you have to attack first, and you can't attack first. Like that means that the first turn of Trick Room's already gone. So by the time you come in and set up the rain, then by the time that you get the rain boosted water attack off, you already lost all your Trick Room. You have like maybe one more turn left. So you sweeping is gonna be much less likely. So you might just appreciate the defensive buff instead. Go like a relax. Given how you're already doing so much, it's just Hydro Pump kind of lets you take over that extra. The things that you don't account for, but what was it like this? It was at 272, 164, 164, and then 248, eh? Yeah, it seems like it's more useful on the defense. Like it makes more of an impact on the defense. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. But then, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's gonna be tricky, man. It's like you're gonna be a little bit weaker. You're not the strongest right now, but I think its goal is more to hang in there and kind of duke it out. You might want the Aguav Berry more than you would want the leftovers, but how many turns are you gonna be surviving, especially with the Stalin, especially with Protect. Yeah, you might. Yeah, you can keep lefties, bro. You can keep lefties. It works that way. All right, so you like the Aqua Berry for sure. The Choice Band also works. Life Orb also works. Okay. I see. We could definitely run screens and Trick Room on you. Definitely. Let's definitely get that going. Cause that might. Wait a minute. Don't tell me they don't get screens. You're bullshitting me. Oh, I'm blind. Oh, it also gets Recover. Damn, you can even go freaking Calm Mind. Oof. Especially giving you the Psychic type. That'll help you go against poison. So, how about Trick Room, Light Screen? You kind of do need it all, bro. Reflect and. Thing is, once you set up Trick Room to move first, then it's like you're kind of screwed in a sense. You kind of appreciate setting up more. You kind of appreciate running the Sticky Web yourself. Running no attacks on it might seem weird, but I mean, yo, you have one job, JK. I wouldn't do that though. Psychic's a pretty solid option, to be honest. Just gives you the ability to hit those poison types which wall you. Yeah. Could run it like that. It's just you kind of gotta predict which move that they're gonna use, and then use the defense of that type, and then set up Trick Room on the last turn that you plan to live. So it's kind of trickier. Cause like during that whole time, you're also kind of wasting your own screens. It's better in doubles for sure. In fact, we might just make this team a doubles team and run it like that, actually. But then Araquanid is much useless. In doubles, this thing's gonna get wrecked, dude. Rock slides and oh man. Well, you'd want to be more offensive for that, for sure. And we also want to get Rain up. You'd probably want to run like the Silvally with the freaking Rain Dance and the Araquanid. You know. So it's like those guys are. You two are kind of built for singles. Singles doesn't really like Trick Room so much. Like it does, but you need more than one setter, or like a setter which is gonna survive shit to really pull it off. Like Recover might allow you to do that actually, but then you're shut down by Taunt. Most Taunt users I don't mind. I could shake off. I mean, generally the Taunt users are dark types like Mandibuzz, Sableye and stuff, so I can't really hurt them anyways. What do these guys say on Smogon? How do these guys run their Orbeals? So yeah, like I was thinking, Calm Mind or Sticky Web. I see that it gets Sticky Web, and I definitely acknowledging it as a Calm Mind sweeper. But that's all. You guys don't have any screen sets. Yeah, it gets access to screens, and it's gonna be pretty useful, at least for a team like this. Boots at least are there to help. Having boots on this team is nice. This could be good against physical attackers for sure. Healing yourself is also pretty nice as well. I think I'd prefer that. Knockoff is nice for stab. Coil is cool, but you want that fire lunge, or fire lash I mean, so I'll probably go for that. That's a standard ass set, but it actually does exactly what you want to do, to be honest with you. Like, it actually does, so I would just leave it the same way. Maybe I'll go with a Brave Nature to kind of help it outspeed things when Trick Room is up. I don't think I'll need to go as far as make it 0 speed, because that might make it too slow when Trick Room is not up. I think 149 is pretty respectable. It's going to be really tricky against Corviknights, because Corviknights will be really close to that area. But, I mean, yeah, it is what that is. You'll still live it either way. Okay. Because Fire Lash and Leech Life work together. Like, you can lower their defense, and when they take more damage next turn, just heal the fudge on up, boy. So that could work like that. You do get Will-O-Wisp, which is cool. Yeah, the orb on you might actually work. Life Orb Galvantula. Like, you could run it on Escav. I think Galvantula would appreciate it more though. If you run it with like max freaking HP, max special attack, doesn't really work. Doesn't work. So you have to run it standard. And then do we run a sticky web on someone? I don't think so. So I mean, team's looking pretty sticky. Like, I don't know. It's just how I feel about the bug type in general. I did it purposefully so that it'll be a little bit more of a challenge. It's just that this generation, the bug type isn't nearly as nice compared to like before. We had like freaking Yon Mega with speed boost and Prankster Volbeat with Thunder Wave and freaking all this shit, man. Like, now it's not the same, so I was kind of less enthusiastic to build a bug team right now. Not saying I'm bummed to do anything like that. No, I'm just saying, like, it's not like I'm seeing a bunch of my niggas, you know. It's not like that. It's kind of like, okay, we tryna make use of you guys, you guys who got screwed over by the next generation. Just saying. Salt much? Giga Drain would be nice for those Gastrodons and shit like that. Energy Ball also does good, but it doesn't kill them in one shot, so you might as well run Giga Drain at that point. Things like Hippodon and whatnot, you can probably Giga Drain for enough health to maybe survive another EQ or some shit. Is that true? So if that's the case, you might just want to switch your item over to like something else. Like, Focus Sash isn't even a bad item on you, just because you can at least get that sticky web off for sure. You know what I mean? Life Orb just lets you hit harder. You get Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, so it's like Omega Thonk, you know? I think we want to go with Thunderbolt, make sure we can put it down. But now if we go with Life Orb, then you probably want to go with Thunder and this, because then it's different, because like Storm is better for the Focus Sash when you're in Storm's range. This we're gonna be operating where we're trying to hit first and kill them one shot, so you can rely on Compound Eyes hitting first, like giving you the buff in that situation. You know, you can only rely on Storm once you're low on health, and you can only really guarantee that you're getting that with the Focus Sash at least. You know, with the Life Orb, You know, if you one shot or whatnot, you can't really say that you're getting that. Giga Drain's damage is also not improved, only on the life forms it is, so it's like at that point. It's really just Energy Ball versus Giga Drain. These guys are saying Energy Ball, yeah, it is definitely stronger for sure, 100%. Oh, you're not recovering anything. Oh, that's why. Oh my. And then that's doing this. So like, bro, you're practically getting back everything, and then Energy Ball's not killing it, so yeah. Giga Drain is definitely the ideal option here. 100%. It actually works out how I thought it would. Wow. Okay, so yeah, like you attack it, it survives, it hits you, like you gain your but it only works if you're weak, like if you've already taken a hit. Well, I guess that works then in Sticky Web. So you'd Sticky Web, it'll attack you, and then you can Drain. So if it attacks you, you're down to like almost 1/4 health, and then you're gaining back this. Oh, so yeah, but at least you have over 25% left, and you're gaining back this. So you have like 60 something. At least, yeah. It's like at least 65% something. So yeah, it's actually really, really close. After you math it out, really, really, really close. What are these guys saying for him? Rest talk. LOL. You already know, bro. Yeah, boots on you actually makes a lot of sense. Super a lot of sense actually, because you're 4 times weak to Stealth Rock. I'm a retard. I totally forgot about Flash Fire giving me immunity to fucking fire, bro. What the fuck? Fucking retard, bro. That's like one of the most important things, dude. That's so fucking important. How did I forget about that until I looked at it? That's a retard because I use it as my egg hatcher. How do you forget about that, bro? I'm literally just adding it because I'm like, oh, it'll be helpful against steel types forehead. But nah, bro, it's helpful against fire types forehead. What the fuck? I mean, like, oh, it's neutral against fire. It's not special. Nigga, it's immune to fire. And it boosts your own stat. What you talking about? Like, bruh. Okay. Either boots or expert belt, but I'd say boots, baby. Dual screens or beetle is one option. If you make this kind of wally, like special wall kind of. Well, if you're meant to be my real anti-fire, how the hell do you actually deal with fire? What do you do against them? Earthquake, rock move? What do you really do, bro? Nothing? Substitute on them? Just immune to them? Unless you got knockoff. Omega Law. Alrighty. So yeah, as I said, I was gonna make this kind of like a wall, and then this guy is gonna be, well, no, this guy's gonna be more like a wall. This guy's gonna be more of an attacker. You're supposed to set up Trick Room, and then screens. So if you set up Trick Room, how are you supposed to like really pull all this off at one time? I think you turn, you know, right after you set up Trick Room just to get to actually have effect. Like, dude, how the heck are you really gonna pull that without it being like a double steam? Cause like, it's gonna be hard for you to like really get used to it without being able to switch. You need to be able to like pull off hard switches. That the hard switch into you, or hard switch into you, or hard switch into you. Like, it's gonna be tricky. You can work. You can work. You like. I'm kind of thinking about this team again, bro. Galvantula works. Kind of thinking about this team though. Araconid, it works, but maybe you do want the Durant here. Maybe you just don't want the Orbeetle and just maybe say screw Trick Room. Cause frankly, with the Sticky Web up, you don't even need Trick Room so badly. Or you just say screw Trick Room, which makes no sense because like you always want it. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, you just offer so many weaknesses. I just look at Orbeetle like, dude. But like, it lives things though. It lives things. And like, you could probably be like like a next wall. You could maybe be like a special attacker wall, special wall. But setting up Trick Room is nice. Calm Mind is cool. Stored Power is also cool. Oh yeah, and you're also anti-poison, which is really good. You kind of do that too, but yeah. What other bug types do we have available? Frostmoth. Good anti-ground. But we already have a heavy duty boots user. Butterfree. Glysopod, eh? He offers some attack too. And then you can kind of bring in Durant there if you have the Glysopod. Maybe. How much priority was it? 2? Okay. We're gonna ban on that. Even no Trick Room, no, it's gonna be hard to get that up. Yeah, actually, yeah, you kinda do help against things, especially with the Calm Mind Recover. Maybe you just can't run the Trick Room as much. You just have to like kinda wing it. Sticky Web. No, thank you. Setup Sweeper, Calm Mind Recovery, yep, and then substitute Stored Power. Interesting set. You think you can get away with it? Okay, if you're weak to fire, you got you. You're weak to dark. You got really no one to switch out for that. But you got to, well, I guess you have bug yourself, so you're not really weak to dark either. But yeah, your typing is just so hard to like really, yeah, your typing is not gonna allow you that, bro. Tyranitar just comes in and just walls you instantly. Orbeetle, okay, so yeah, those two, but then it also outspeeds, so they're saying timid, max HP, max speed. Okay, max HP, max speed with Calm Mind. Well, now you have the bulk, then you have some speed, and you see you guys got a buff, eh? Psychic and Bug Buzz is what you're saying? That's what these guys are trying to say. That's what these guys say you can run it like. I mean, I haven't used Orbeetle, right? So it's gonna be like kind of me like experimenting around. This is, I wasn't really expecting to go with like slow mons that can't take advantage of Trick Room, because then it just puts them at a disadvantage to get picked off by something that has their weakness and just screw them one time. It's all it takes. Pop you like a bubble. It's like these guys are kind of more resistant. Like even you can you're at least fast enough to get a hit off. You got a little bit of respectable bulk, good coverage. You got bulk coverage. You got bulk. You just help because you're typing. It's like really just Orbeetle, which is that odd ass freaking mon right now, and I can't justify freaking using it so much. Cause before it's like I wanted to use it as a Trick Room setter. Now it's like it's hard to run Trick Room on it. How are you gonna replace a move like Calm Mind for Trick Room? What the fuck? Oh man, if you do it like that, bro. Trick Room, recover Bug Buzz, Psychic, do this, do this. Is that really true? Or how about like Calm Mind, Store Power, recover Trick Room? Cause now it's like if it's a dark type, then you switch into another bug type. Then you just wall too easily. Walled super duper easily. U-turn. Yeah, good anti-tonk specs there. Trick Room is cool. Recover is cool. Shadow Ball might be more useful than frickin' thingy. What the hell? This thing is fast? I didn't even know Orbeetle was so fast. Holy shit. This thing is fast, bro. It's not too bad though. Music can kind of get away with like maybe this actually. Or maybe this was like this. Maybe. Nah. Should it go slower? No, bruv. I am robbing it of its speed right now by doing this. This is a tricky one. Like, I'm just trying to think like which scenario would be better. You know, like when I think about mons that I'll be going up against. Most of my threats are pretty quick, like Chandelure, Dragapult. There is Trick Room Mimikyu, and I can't outspeed that unless I just go quiet. So it's like, okay, fine. So at that point, it's like, yeah, you might as well slow it down. It's like you're already in Corviknight speed territory. If I even want to do this, I'll just go ahead and make it, but I'm not even gonna guarantee myself using it. I'm just gonna keep it, and then like I can maybe make another mod to like replace it if I decide to change it, which I probably will do. But if I do keep it for whatever reason, then bam bam bam, it is there. Excav, I mean it's just 4 attacks, common sense. Let me just figure out which 4 it is. What do you mean tank though? Omega Low. Saying that he wants you to be like that, eh? I want you to be the bulky one. How do I feel about that? How do I feel about that? Because I acknowledge it's offense. And if Trick Room is a thing, then that could be really helpful. I'm definitely respecting more of an HP attack build. These guys are respecting more of an HP special defense build. I'm saying no thank you. Like, nah, bro. I think that defense is useful for those freaking anti-rock slides and stone edges, but you already can live it pretty much. I can outspeed freaking Hatterene. in Trick Room. It's like base 21. Thing is, I would still want to run Draw Ball. That's ironic. Can't even run it anyways. Mega Horn versus X Scissor. Tough one. Man, but they all grass types. You got this for anti-darks and stuff. Anti-steel, you could say. Reversal, interesting. Iron defense, interesting too. You have body press? It's iron defense though, eh? It's really noteworthy. It's really noteworthy. 2 times defense on this makes a huge difference, cause like now you can like solidly go up against some things that you couldn't have before. Ninja Shell is interesting as it gives you an option to take out fire types. So does Drill Run though. So I think Drill Run's still a better option for like the anti-steel types. So you do get the close combat, but well, that does hit harder though. That's the thing. It does ensure that you actually kill it. And that's what they're saying. That's why they're saying run it like that, and then just run it like this. I understand, because it's more bulky. It's like more. It's more sustainable. It's not of a sweeper. It's more of a pivot kind of. Endure the battle kind of mon. I understand, but I don't agree with the special defense investment. I still agree in attack and defense if anything. Hands down. But the moveset is perfectly exquisite. I don't have a problem with that moveset. I'm just trying to look for like my own needs. Knockoff is cool. It is really cool actually. It hits things that I'm really unable to hit actually. I mean, you have Iron Head, but yeah, knockoff does work. Swords Dance is cool, but you don't really have time to set that up. If I was gonna set up out a I mean, I know I was looking at Iron Defense, but it's like I stopped looking at it because I'm like, I need the coverage more. He's better for coverage, so. They're saying run with boots or what? Akaberry? No, lefties. Lefties, huh? I'm not running lefties with him. I'm thinking Akaberry is nice. Akaberry is nice. It allows you to at least like survive that fire move, you know? Another way to go is Choice Band. Banded Excav, bruh. Banded Megahorn will definitely fuck shit up, bro. It's tempting, bro. The HP stat though. Nah, that just helps it take special attacks a little bit better, but it's like more concerned about it on the physical spectrum to be fair, because it's meant to go up against executions and shit like that and like kind of like counter it a bit better, because nothing else here really handles Exca. Like if it's in the Sandstorm and Sand Rush, then you get wrecked, and if it's Mold Breaker, then you can get wrecked too, depending on your health. But you can survive the initial Rock Slide for sure. Even after a Shell Smash you can survive it, but you'd actually be attacking second, so it's like if the Rock Slides and you flinch, the max rock falls, and then it freaking sets up Sandstorm and you get Sand Rush, and it's like. So yeah, you need a band, and then yeah, band, and now when I look at that situation, it's like you might want to band at close combat, my friend. When you look at it again, it's like, you might just want to choice band at close combat. And it's like, yeah, you might actually do for them Ferrothorns and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, maybe just maybe. So, I guess we're ready to just grab the team, yeah? Okay. All ready to go. Hoggy Woggies. Let's go ahead and grab this team and see how it goes. As I was saying, I may be interested in getting a replacement for the orbital. Okay, so now then, let's just start generating these bad boys. I do have you actually. It's just not stone, I just rock slide. I'll just grab another, I guess. Okay. Yeah, let's go on ahead and just grab this real quick. Yeah, let's put in a beast. Okay. Go ahead and trade this guy on up. Oh, my switch ain't even on. LOL. Ripsies. 8657. It's waiting for me, lol. Alrighty. Just go on ahead and grab the crystal. Okay, let's grab the next one. Oh man, that's gonna take 2 minutes. And we'll just trade the next mon in line. Wait, yeah, okay, we probably got time to do it. We don't, then we don't. Alright, 3385. I'm like, why isn't this thing moving? It's like, okay. Alright, there we go. You're waiting for me, Pog. That one can go. Well, I'm looking at which ones I'm most attached to. I don't even have time to be doing that shit though. Lol. I'm just gonna go savage mode with this. Let's check this out. Got the next one ready to go. Queued up, baby. Okay. Araquanid's what's coming in. Alright. So. This is Smokies. Okay. It's Orbeal and Galvantula. We'll go on ahead and queue up in the other one. Oh man, way too long. Fuck that shit. Screw all that. Way too much. 5 people in line for that one. What's the code? Okay. It's funny because I remember trading like I traded like master balls for Everstone. I traded like one master ball for like 7 Everstones. I did that for like a bunch of them. I have like hundreds. Actually, no, not hundreds, like just over 100, almost 200. I remember when back when trading for master balls was like this shit. And our people shinies were acceptable. Heck, that's when like everyone's like freaking hyping, like, oh, use repeat balls, everyone's hyping over that shit. It's pretty funny. So that I just got who? Got Orbeetle. So now we gotta get Galvantula, or did I already get Galvantula? I'm mad confused because like I think we didn't get Galvantula yet though. Don't recall. Yeah, the one I'm using here is Rock Slide. That's where I have to take off the Psychic team for now because it was kind of dismantled. Oh yeah, Shuckle's actually really good at anti-fire too. Actually good at anti-everything. It's like Toxic. Maybe it could do a Araquanid's roll against those. It does get Encore too, so it could handle Toxapex, but Toxapex does have Toxic over me and more regeneration shit. It's just like you might as well kind of rely on somebody else to handle that, I guess. I guess like Orbeal, Recover, yeah, you're gonna change the item of course, but yeah. Recover, Trick Room, Shadow, Psychic. Having Calm Mind would be nice. But how do you really get it without dropping something? You have to drop something. If you drop the Trick Room and are okay with attacking second, then you can run Calm Mind and be pretty decent. Yeah, if you run Trick Room with Recover, yeah, you're super solid. You can hold your own at least. It's just you can't buff yourself, so it's pretty problematic. If you run psychic only, then you're so weak against dark types no matter how you look at it. So you chose Shadow Ball over psychic, so you chose to cover your own ass over covering your own ass. That makes sense. You chose to be able to hit the ghost type rather than choosing able to take out dark. So it's like if you're already going this route, you might as well just be going Calm Mind and just take the hits. It's like it's a freaking ghost. It's like a dark type or whatnot. So Shadow Ball is actually inferior. It's really Bug Buzz or Calm Mind. Bug Buzz or Calm Mind. Kinda wanna go Calm Mind. It's easy to get walled, but it is what it is, man. And you can just try and just hope that you don't get freaking walled. Easily walled by Dark and Steel now, but the payoff is it can hold its own against pretty much any poison, electric type, Lapras, all that shit. Togekiss holds its own. It literally just Calm Mind. It's wrong. Togekiss, that's bullshit. Well, is it bullshit? Not if I get a Trick Room up. If I get a Trick Room up, then I can just Calm Mind and boost up first. And it's just once the Trick Room is down, it has a chance to flinch me. But by then I should have good defenses. It's like Trick Room's a couple turns still. But it hits hard too, so yeah, so maybe you'd have to make it more bulky if you want to run it like this, eh? Let me run it more bulky. Special defense you have to worry about too much. With the physical defense, maybe, but I mean, yeah, you could have probably taken out a little bit of special attack and add it into bulk a little bit if you're gonna be running Calm Mind. Just to help it like take hits a bit better. That way it can actually focus on buffing itself and becoming more OP, you know? Especially if you want to give it like a Lumberry so that it won't get like Toxic Stone or whatnot. That could work. A Charlie Berry also works on it. That allows Focus Sash also works pretty nice. So this guy Trick Room too. Yeah, berries, pinch berries, those are also pretty clutch. It is actually clutch. And I kind of want to make it more bulky. Because I think that being able to like rely on its consistency, the bulk is going to be better. I'm going to grab a second one of these. And the EV a little bit differently. I'm gonna take out some of its attack power. How low does it go? It gets pretty low. When you're around like here, it's pretty decent with Calm Mind. 260 with Calm Mind versus 284. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you want more of the physical defense primarily. Doesn't make a huge difference though. Doesn't make a big enough difference to make it worthwhile. Sorry, I didn't show you guys what I did. I took off, pretty much went from this to like this, and then like I did this. It's like it's pretty much this. Like it doesn't make a big enough difference. Like it makes like I don't think that makes enough of a difference to really do anything. It doesn't. It's like the whole point of it is like to allow it to like freaking use its berry. You know what I mean? Cause like it can like Trick Room, and then they attack you like a super effective move, and I'll like have a better chance of living, especially if it's like a rock slide, cause like my defense isn't so good, and the berry will like kind of bring my health back up, so that if I need to switch out, I can switch out, and like next time I come in, I actually have enough health to still use another Trick Room, right? Whereas like with this set, it's kind of like you're kind of relying that you can start just setting up Calm Minds right then and there, which is probably not going to be the case. Probably just gonna want to switch out after you set up, so yeah, actually, you're not even supposed to be an attacker. You're supposed to be like, yeah, bro. Like, recover is pretty cool. With Trick Room, yeah, if you run Trick Room with you, that's cool. You do appreciate screens, low key, like, damn. One thing to worry about more, light screen. I was saying Calm Mind. Calm Mind is like good for yourself, but if you need to switch out, the light screen's good. Especially against the fire type. Against the rock type, you don't like either. So reflect works too. Psychic is a useful. If you drop recover, that's like iffy, cause that's a useful ass move, man. Useful ass move. Useful ass move, man. Oh man, that's a tricky one, bro. I don't think I want to drop recover. I was looking at screens originally, and I was looking at how it benefits the team. I'm just also looking at how having psychic benefits the team, because it allows us to take out those fighting types and shit. Like, yeah, it's actually really important to have psychic, yo. Tricking is also important. Recover is pretty damn useful, but you could just run reflect over recover. And just run the berry if you really want to go that route. But yeah, suffering from farm roof syndrome big time, buddy. Now you're kind of just hoping on your initial damage output. Against something like Lucario and whatnot, I'd want to Trick Room first and then reflect, which is tough. Because if it stone edges you and then it bullet punches, it could do a lot. That's why it's like the defense is there to kind of help with those situations. Because with this HP and that defense, you should be able to take it no problem, especially with no stab on it. And that's where that recover kind of comes in. Could also maybe work as an attacker too. With recover and shadow ball. Shit, isn't that what I had before? It is. I kind of understand why I did that, cause it's like, yeah, but it's sticky. It's like, what if you just can't handle them? Then you have to switch out. It's like, but if you use one of these moves right after, then yeah. At least once you do something, you're gonna help out. Yeah, at least every move that you have is gonna count in every scenario. Yeah, so yeah, at least you can set up stuff before you switch out. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then in that scenario, then do you want to So now, do you want to keep the special attack? Defense, special defense, defense, special defense, special attack. Special attack stats not really that high. It's not really enough to like threaten everything, and it's not like you have a buffing move, so you can actually kind of sacrifice even more of that, because you're not really one-shotting anything that. You're pretty much two-shotting like everything that's weak to it, let alone maybe through. So it's like, at that point, you might as well just start plopping that down a wee bit. It has good base power, but it's still a 2-hit kill and everything. Definitely appreciate the screens. And then you'd appreciate, yeah. We'll leave it like this and see how it goes. Slightly, pretty freaking offensive though. A lot of freaking investment for something with only one attack. So I'm looking at it though. Kind of built out to be more wally. What kind of walls do we need right now then? Like, you pretty much can't really handle the electric, the heavy electric attackers, heavy rock attackers. You can't handle heavy rock attackers either. You're kind of meant to like take them out. So you do struggle with heavy rock attackers. For that reason, having physical defense can be pretty freaking nice. But if they're a fast rock type, reflect would be more useful. A guava berry with reflect kind of allows you to get some more time to do things. Let me start calcing. Fuck, man. I didn't want to have to go through that, but I have to if I really want to figure out what's ideal. So we're looking at what here? Wait, did I type in Araquanid? Just entering all this shit. 252844172. Oh. Okay. Moves don't matter. So with 84, no buffs. Okay, so if I set up a rocks, like if I set up a reflect in the next time, but that's meaning I have a flinch chance. So if I set up trick room first on you, yeah, don't do that. Even though you have a higher flinch chance, it's like you want to get the most out of trick room at that point. So it's like the guava boosts you, then you can light screen. Oh, if you use that berry, then you don't get any freaking time on your screens. So then you only get one screen up. Do you care about screens that much now? Screens are nice, but which one's more important then? I think fire we can handle better than we can handle rock. For that reason I think reflected is more important and light screen can be dropped. For say either shadow ball or another move like calm mind. Yeah, reflect calm mind for him. Reflect calm mind. Just run like that. Try like that, and then just go with Guavaberry. Maybe get some buffs. Maybe you can pull something off with it. So in terms of what we're actually doing now, pretty much we just acknowledge that you need recover or recovery. Calm mind versus recover. If I do that, then you consistently set up reflex and shit, which is cool. With psychic now, psychic's good against, yeah, kind of want that. I think for what you're good for is just hitting things with psychic, and for that reason, yeah, just keep it like this. Yeah, Guavaberry. I think that, I mean, having recover would be nice, but shit, man. How do you really run that without, like, I don't know, man. You need that reflect, bro. Cause like the whole team cries from that shit. And it's like from there, it's like that light screen is what I was talking about. In light clay, it's like you go to light clay, you want to run recover, but then you only get one, and then you only get one screen, and then you have to run recover. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, game. Why are you gonna run freaking it for this one shit? Like, nah. At that point, it's like just drop trick room and recover on it, or the second screen and then run the clay, right? But then you don't attack first ever. Clay with dual screens could be useful though. If I do clay dual screens with recover, clay. Wait, how do I do that? Can't do that. Clay dual screens, that means I have to remove calm mind. So how's recover coming in there? It's not. Yeah, you're not even so essential to freaking like have up the whole game like that. I think you just need to set up your trick room. And then calm mind's there if you just can simply set it up. So I think this is fine enough. Again, with the attack stat now, like how much do you want to invest elsewhere? If calm mind boosts your special attack and special defense, and I think your physical defense is more so what you gotta care about then, right? Isn't that the case? Because then they're probably gonna switch in something else. But then it's like, I also want to kill what you brought it in against, so I don't want to weaken it too much. Let's see how much it does at 172 in a plus nature, and how much you're looking at if it's not a plus nature. 239 versus 262. Case open. Okay. Where is the calc? Okay. I was testing 172. Okay, yeah, 172. And then we were plus nature, plus special attack nature. So quiet is fine, modest is fine too. I just feel like doing quiet, even though it's farther down. And then we're testing against like physical attackers, things like rock slide and stone edge. Who else would I have to be worried about? Like a lot of things have those moves. Terrakion, let's say, like one of those guys, because like I'd want to stand and hit them with a psychic move. So let me see how much they're hitting with. Terrakion's gonna be hitting nastily hard. I don't even think I want to look at Terrakion, because that's a stone edge from Terrakion. That's like, there's no point of trying, but there is, because like you probably could with this base defense, but if it's banded or maybe not, it just requires so much investment that you can't be a power special attacker. So I'm probably gonna look at like Cobalion. It's like, yeah, that might be like something around these lines. I'd have to look at these numbers, because like that's what I'll be expecting to fight. Like a stone edge coming from like Lucario or something like that I can kind of exchange blows with on my set. They're saying it's doing like 50% with these EVs. Almost 2 at KO, eh? If I reflect, then the next one I live, and then from there it's a Guavaberry time, maybe, but I'm not even guaranteed, because it might put me in like a bad position where I don't get that low, looking at how this math goes, you know? So it's like when I look at that, it kind of makes you feel like recover is like also really, really important. If I run recover over Calm Mind, then I lose the ability to protect my team against, or myself against special attackers, and buff myself too. It's just, yeah, like, you might just want to swap out Trick Room for recover if you want to do this. Play Trick Room is nice, but you might just want to protect your team more, and then maybe just run the Durant over the X-Scav still. Maybe, just maybe. Play Trick Room is nice, but I mean, you're running Sticky Web, right? So that should help out, I think. Not gonna help out with you at all, though. Trick Room helps out with you. It's like Durant has to come in. Durant comes in, then you definitely appreciate having the support from this. But yeah, Trick Room really does make a difference for this team a lot. Just cause, like, just being able to switch out the fire attack, just boom, like that. Being able to switch out the rock attack, like, boom, like that. Like, it's just like, yo, like, it's actually nasty. And Calm Mind, Psychic. In fact, you might as well just not run the screens and just run Trick Room, Calm Mind, Psychic, and then an attack. And it's like, just Trick Room, and like, yo, if you need to dip, bro, then just dip and bring in what you need to bring in. If you don't, if you can handle them, just stay in. I mean, at that case, then what attack you want to run alongside this? Bug Buzz to handle the dark types which are like immune to you. It's run like Trick Room, Calm Mind, Psychic, Bug Buzz, and then the berry's just there to kind of heal you up when you need that patchwork. We're just gonna run it like that and try it out. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. Okay, we can probably trade something else meanwhile. Pretty sure I have a Galvantula. I feel like I'm kind of doing something I shouldn't be. Like, do I need to be getting Galvantula right now? I don't see Galvantula. I don't. It's probably too late now. Looks like this guy's probably trading the thing right now. It's whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this orbital. Egg moves are pretty sacred. Egg moves are pretty sacred. By the way, guys, the bot just messages me saying it's initializing the code, the one for the orbital, by the way, so I'm just gonna finish up this tray and then I can go ahead and snag that orbital. Perfect timing. Got access to 2 private bots. He is indeed waiting for me right now as we speak though, so I gotta be quick. I didn't quit though. I'm done. This is currently who? I'm trading Rubot, so let's trade Smokybot. Okay. Cool. Shiny Center Scorch. I traded my shiny G-Max Center Scorch away back when I hatched my own Chandelure. Or hatched my own Litwick, I should say. Shiny Litwick. First shiny of Gen 8, by the way. Okay, so, I think we got the team. If I like just switch over my monitor. I'm looking at OBS while I was controlling it. And now I'm actually looking at the monitor. So, yeah, that's not the crust. Well, it's party though. Doesn't matter too much. So swapping out Bug Buzz, yay. It's in a dive ball. Oh, it has preset balls for those two, I think. Doesn't matter to me, I don't even care. I just want to battle. So, choice span is all we want with you, and we went with some bulk. Yeah, and his bulk is so good that it's like, yo, it's freaking really notable. That band, man, that's freaking insanity. In Trick Room, he definitely holds his weight. If he has the ground move, then Dynamax can be pretty freaking powerful, because like he can buff his special defense and his physical defense and his attack. Knockoff takes care of Psychic and Ghost. The band is there, which is nice. Expert Belt can also be nice. Life Orb I think is currently being used. Muscle Band is not really worth using. Choice Band is a pretty good option, man. At least it hits. Nothing likes band and knockoffs, but could also run a more user-friendly thing like an Akaberry. Akaberry would be pretty interesting. He has only 1 times weak to fire. It has no good answer to fire, so it's never really going to be in a position to face it though. Unless it's Dynamax. Then in that case, you know. It's always nice to have this, especially against like Dragapults and shit which carry the coverage. Yeah bro, let's give an Akaberry. Because like against Tyrantars and whatnot, which you're going to be stinging on, you're going to get hit by that. What if Trick Room isn't up? If Trick Room is up, then Close Combat would kill it with the band. If it's Dynamax though, can't, nah, that's not, nah, it's Max Guard, nope. Heck, that's the whole point why I'm bringing it up, because if it is Max Guard, then my band doesn't take effect. With Max Guard, my choice band means nothing. With Dynamax, my choice band means absolutely nothing. At least now I can go up against Max Flares from Dragapult and hit it with a Max Darkness, so I can take a Max Flare from a Tyranitar and hit it with a Max Knuckle. Instead of having to switch out and run, wasting my Dynamax and having a Araquanid take a hit and then freaking die the next turn to Stone. It's like you kinda gotta be able to hold your own sometimes, because you can't always rely on switching out. Especially for the Rock type. Like the Rock type and the Fire type are things that I can't switch out of. Like Fire, you can't switch out though. There's nothing you can switch in. Like you can't switch in Araquanid safely unless it's like something that's like not too heavy, you know. Like sometimes it's like, yo, it's just gotta die because like Araquanid is not worth taking this much damage on it because it might be needed. I look at it like Protect and Lefties are pretty useful. Mirror Coat is nice. If I ran Rest and Chestoberry, I might appreciate that too, but I think Protect is nice. Scald, I understand why Scald is there now. I might appreciate Scald more. I'll see how I like Hydro Pump for now. If I want to replace it for Scald, I will do so, no problem. Galvantula's here. Yeah, and given how Sticky Out is there, I think that's why I was kind of not too concerned about the frickin' Trick Room. If that's the case, maybe you should drop Trick Room on Orbeetle and run Recover. Nah. It's the screens that you're worried that are more important, because that at least allows you to like handle some more things. So at that point, yeah, it's just Calm Mind, Trick Room, yeah. Hope you survive kind of deal. Orbeetle's gonna be hard to play with. You might have to make some tweaks to this team. I can't even say that this is like anything great for Bug right now. I'm kind of throwing this together. We kind of like neglected Shuckle too. Like there's a lot of things that you guys can do, because Shuckle helps you against it's just bulky enough to take weak attacks. Like it's bulky enough to survive a Hydro Pump and shit like that. It's just Shuckle, you know. So you can always use it to figure out a way to incorporate it. You can replace Crustle if you want, but Crustle I think is like kind of the most important mon. Just given how reliable it is in like every situation. Last mon, we had a Center Scorch. Dynamaxing you may be interesting too. Don't you get more attack than this? It's only 361? Bruh, I thought it was like 400 rip. You might appreciate a Charty Berry more than you'd appreciate the freaking boots. Boots are nice, but if you're against a Rock Slide or Max Rockfall or something like that, you're gonna appreciate that Charty Berry. Pastel Berry is also pretty respectable for you because you can then like absorb the water type attack. Surely Araquanid is there. I mean, water we're not too worried about, but do you want to be switching out every single day? I think Rock is a bigger issue though. I'd rather go with the anti-Rock Berry though, if I were to do that. Also, Banded Center Scorch can also be a thing, by the way, or Expert Belt Center Scorch can also be a thing. Boots are pretty cool though. I think we can stick with boots for now, I guess. We can just try this out as is and just see what happens. Not really expecting anything amazing, but we can go and try it out. Try for a single battle first? Or double? Who can you Earthquake with? Pretty much nobody, besides Araquanid. Trick Room, yeah, you can be set up pretty nicely. You're weak to fire, so having Center Scorch in the back would be nice. The Rock Slide just sweeps the whole team too well. I'll just bring it to singles and see what happens. Yeah. Bruh, what's going on, man? Where the peeps at? Where the opponents at, boy? Boy, I said, boy. I'm gonna wait this quick phone call. If he even picks up, that is. Okay, sounds good. Alright, don't know. Okay, I just had to take that quick phone call. So, we're gonna go ahead and try out this team for the very first time, guys. I mean, I have no idea what we're gonna go up against. But it shall be interesting. So today we are trying out the Bug team. Last time it was Dark. This time it is Bug. Having some fun. Isn't that ironic? Cause like, how about like each time we like do a type that it's like weak to, you know, so like that. Alrighty, let's go. I see a fairy team. Isn't that bad for me? Yeah, that is bad for me. But I do have. Okay, I have a Trick Room setter. Not too bad. It's a Zacian though. What the fuck? Bro. Gov actually doesn't really seem to be doing much on this battle. Doesn't seem to be doing too much this battle. As long as he doesn't lead off with the freaking Zacian. If he does, then I'll be pretty cheese. Cause like I could've just used my Crustle first, but it's a Shell Smasher, dude. So that would have been pretty damn good to lead off with though. So it's a good ass lead. Okay, yeah, that's why I was worried, because the hat. Don't think I'm running the Volt Switch, am I? I was hoping I was, but I'm not. It's fine. I can go with the Thunder. Okay, so now it's gonna go for a Mystical Fire. Go for either one of these moves. That's its move of attack, eh? I thought it had Mystical Fire, but it doesn't. Two turns of Trick Room. So this turn it probably won't die. If it doesn't die, then I get kind of screwed. Okay, this works out. Oh my gosh. So then without the recover, I don't know. It's really hard to figure out like an ideal set for this mon, you know. I think Trick Room ends the end of this turn, so you can't really set it up. You could Dynamax it though. I don't think anyone here really appreciates taking a Shadow Ball. So all I can really do is let it kill itself. Pretty much. Could have undid the Trick Room too. But yeah, recover is needed. It's hard to pull off. I think you'd have to get recover and take off Bug Buzz. Like I said, it's just when you do that, you become walled by the Dark type. Like you have nothing to hit it at all because it's fully immune to you. So it's like, I don't know. It's a little bit tricky to pull off, right? Yeah, using your Trick Room setter was dangerous. Zacian has a lot of speed. Having Sticky Web up would be nice too, but you don't have that luxury. I did a misplay earlier. I think I could have done a little bit better with the switch. I think it was only because I was expecting a Mystical Fire on the center Scorch, really. But I don't think he really has any moves for this. The +1 crunch might be enough to take it out though. But yeah, this freaking special move doesn't do anything to me, which is good. Crunch +1 might be enough to take out that. +1, maybe a Raconid. But I wouldn't want to use that just yet. And then this guy is kind of essential to... It's kind of sticky. I don't know what order I want to run things in. You know what I mean? But I think X-Scav is probably better to go here, because I don't see Crustle catching up to Zacian's speed even after a Shell Smash, so... We are running the Band or Akaberry? We're running Akaberry, okay. And those are the mons, so I mean, we could just D-max it. But what if he's running the fire move? That could be super problematic. With that +1 attack. But we do want to just get this thing up. Let's just hope he's not running that move. If he is, if he's running like Fire Fang, then like that could be annoying, because it's gonna hit me hard the next turn. I want the Akaberry to remain intact as long as possible. Oh yeah, his ability does 2 more damage on, twice the damage on Dynamax Pokemon though. So he is actually quite buff too. Just not enough power. Almost. If it had a Life Orb, I also don't think that would have been enough. So it's whatever. Okay, managed to take out the Zacian, that's fine. Okay, this works out. Well, I guess it doesn't work out. I thought I was faster than him. I mean, not faster than him. I thought he was gonna go for Heat Wave. But this works out though in the end. Doesn't matter. Like, he hasn't touched me. Oh, even better. So he brings in Clefable. Oh my, this is perfect. Wow, he brings out the Pokemon which threatens my freaking Escape. Why would you do that now? When you know I have to switch out. That's fine. I want to bring in Scent to Scorch so badly. Just anticipating that attack, that fire move, bro. Cosmic Power, eh? Minimize, eh? Oh my god, if I miss this, I'm gonna forfeit the match. Okay. I was actually gonna forfeit the match, to be honest, because I don't play against minimized Clefables. Thing hits hard though still. Got hit by a Psychic earlier by something. What did I get hit by? Well, I got hit by Life Orb, Hat, Psychic, but I can definitely take this. So then if that's the case, what move do you want to go for? Do I need this for anything else though? Nope, not really. So knockoff or fire lash? Let's go for knockoff. Good thing I didn't switch. Head scorch is kinda useful for Mimikyu. But then I also have X-Cap for Mimikyu, so it's whatever. Good thing I did not switch, holy shit, oh my gosh. Alright. So let him go ahead and D-max. I wanted to look up to see if thingy worked. Weird. I don't know. I don't know if it actually hits it. How much is it gonna hit me for? I do have protect, but I'd rather go for Miracle. I just wanted to look up to see if Miracle hits frickin' Dynamaxes. Hopefully it frickin' does. Oh my god, Gardevoir was already weakened? What the fuck? I thought it was a max. I wanted to simply use a Shell Smash. Bro, I just wasted a Rakuten, potentially. Potentially. It's gonna hit hard, but not enough. Okay, so it does work. But yeah, I mean, I had Crustle with 30, so it would have just guaranteed to live, and I would have just Shell Smash and I'll sped it. I wasn't thinking, I was kind of thinking that it was at max health and I had to like bring it down, you know. Totally forgot that I hit it already and that it was weakened. I'm here like thinking that was like a max HP freaking guard, bro. We do need to land a hit on that thing, however. Okay. So T-Bolt, Mimikyu, Omega lolz. Well, I mean, that's the game. Interesting team. Freaking Bug team beat a Fairy team with a Zacian on it. LOL. Would you believe that? Cause it's the truth. Alrighty. let Crustle get some piece of the cake. Okay. Nice. So, I mean, what have I noticed so far about the Bug team from this match? Let me see if there's anything notable from that match. Orbeetle. You like to switch out a lot. You appreciate recovery. You're not really so much of a sweeper, and you prefer having bulk. Having psychic is cool, but that's just about it. You should be more bulky. I think a bulky screen setter is more your style. You know this team works. I think a screen setter with the berry. If that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? Can you be a screen setter with the berry? Or do you have to run light clay with recover? This trick room, yeah, trick room is useful for my team, but I also see how it can also screw it sometimes. This team is pretty decent at like attacking second though. And I mean, if you give it the dual screens, then it can afford to attack second too. I think if you're gonna bother putting up screens, you should put them up with the clay. So get screens with the clay, and then get trick room on there so that you can kind of work around with it, I guess. That's what I want to do to unlock. I mean, recover is pretty nice too. And then trick room, but no attacks though. Giving Orbeetle a moveset's always been the issue. Like, yeah, that Agua Berry is not really enough. It needs to recover. Calm Mind is an essential. Calm Mind can be dropped. Calm Mind can be dropped for recovery. Trick Room recover with dual screens is kind of what I'm always getting back to, but it's like Psychic helps us with the poison type, which I guess we aren't too fond of it though. And then fighting types too, I mean, having a Psychic is just useful, so I think we have to maybe get to like, I don't freaking know, bro. You suffer from 4-move syndrome so badly. Cause like, you can't run Trick Room with dual screens and get recover and Psychic. You just can't do it. If you run Reflect Calm Mind is irrelevant at this point. You can drop Calm Mind. Trick Room, how important is it? You don't need Trick Room. You need Trick Room. You don't really care about it. You appreciate it, but you can survive without it. You count at the status, you don't really count, and then you don't like it, and then you like it. So it's really 2 to like the rest of it. Only 2 mons actually appreciate it, and you absolutely need it in order for you to like properly function. You don't need it to properly function so much, especially with Dynamax. And you give them bulk. I mean, some have applied to you, but it's like you're easier to block. But at the same time, with that versatility of the Aqua Berry, it's not too shabby. And it does hit respectably hard. If you use the dual screens, then I can switch in Durant easier. I can easily switch in Durant with dual screens. It's the thing, if I just run you dual screens and drop Trick Room, so like light screen, reflect, recover, and psychic. I don't know why this door keeps on freaking open. The wind is just blowing it open. But anyways, light screen, reflect, Light screen, reflect, recover, psychic does work on you, actually. Light screen, reflect, recover, psychic. I like that idea for sure. We're gonna run that real quick. Light screen, reflect. In fact, I don't think I have to change actually. Light screen, reflect, recover, psychic. Could probably just get away with doing that right now. Light screen, reflect, recover, psychic. Well, I have the dual screens in my bag. Aren't these both the same? So then, the fuck's going on here? Oh, you're more offensive. Do I like that? Wait, what? Yeah, recover light screen. So yeah, you'd replace Trick Room and Calm Mind with light screen reflect. How do I like the sound of that now? Well, I would set up a reflect against. Okay, it works as long as you can set up before the threat comes in, but you can't set up once the threat is in. So yeah, you can set up and the threat comes in, then you switch out. So that does work, though you are kind of slow. But you do have bulk, so it's kind of like, maybe run it speedy. Maybe run it speedy with the dual screens, psychic, and recover instead of special attack. Maybe give it more speed so it can just get things up first. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll go ahead and take the time to grab a second orbital or a third orbital, figure out what's optimal for this team. Because I'm looking at this is definitely a step in the right direction of removing that Trick Room. I mean, like, I don't think that we really need it, because there's only 2 mons that actually appreciate it. Like, really only you that appreciate it. You appreciate it, but it's like, you don't need it so much, you don't need it so much, you don't need it so much, and then you can survive without it, so it's like, yeah, it's whatever. The good thing about it is that the opponent runs Trick Room, then we have mons that'll freaking eat it up, like, that literally outspeeds some freaking Hatterene, dude. It literally outspeeds it in Trick Room, dude. Like, that's hard to do because that thing's so freaking slow. It outspeeds. Oh no, it doesn't outspeed Shuckle though. Shuckle's slow as fuck. But at least it checks Shuckle. Okay. Recover. Light screen. Reflect. And then Psychic was there to help us with the bug and with the poison and fighting types. That's the whole reason why I wanted to have Psychic in the move set so badly. This is what we were running right now. Damage wise, yeah, it's pretty much solid 2-hit KO on pretty much everything that I'm using it on. Pretty sure it's still the same, even if it were to be like all the way down to like maybe here. Still a solid 2-hit KO on like pretty much everything I'd use it on. As well, you start like dipping below that when it might be a little bit trickier to pull off those 2 hits. So yeah, we leave it like 250 is pretty good for a base 90 special attack against most fighting types. So you can just leave it like that. You can pretty much set up your screen, set up this, recover whenever. So it's the speed that we were looking at. HP is useful. Defense is cool. Let me just see what we can do here now. We get to like 270. It's a pretty respectable speed stat. I wonder. Yeah, you don't even get like Thunderbolt and shit. So it's not like this thing really gets like attacks. It doesn't really get attacks. It gets like Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Shadow Ball. It's weak to Ghost types, so it's like having Shadow Ball is like it barely covers your ass. Barely. You might as well use X-Gab and just have knockoff because that kind of handles it better. Okay. So you're fast enough to set up the screens now. How heavy are you hitting though? What does Modest do for you? 246 a little bit slow, and then 253 is not really the biggest jump of attack in the world. It's really not. I mean, if you're using Psychic, you're using Psychic. At 270, I'm pretty sure it's not one-shotting everything, let alone 250, so it's already a 2-hit kill. At this point, you could probably just go like this. 262 is like the Jolly Cloyston, the Jolly, and the Jolly Gyarados, so you can just go 263 if you want. And then just sort 264. And just say, okay, I'll outspeed you, call it a day. And then just run the rest in like whatever else you want. Like, it would be nice to put in special attack, but I don't see this making any difference. That 6 making any difference there, to be honest. That physical defense stat. Hopefully reflect is enough and that HP is enough, bro. That's all. We're gonna try it like this. I'm gonna run it like this now. You can also, yeah, I think that's cool. Try this out. Okay. You gonna trade me, boy? Oh shit. Alright. What is this code? Can't even read it. It's like 7-4 something. Oh fuck. Just gonna switch over my monitor. Switch it over to the middle screen. It's saying 7438. Okay. Couldn't read that. 7438. Okay. Is it even searching? No? Yes? Fuck. Oh, no trainer found? Oh, I think I took too long then. It doesn't even matter. I'll just put it again. Uno secondo, I'm just queuing it back up. This time I put Discord on my one of my third monitors. Like a savage. Bam ski. So these guys gave me a new code. I said to go savage mode. Like, yeah, multi-monitor pod. Don't have to have it open to see it, bro. I mean, don't have to freaking have to worry about having my game open on the same monitor. Calm Mind, Recover, Reflect, and Psychic can also work. I'm just going with Light Screen instead of Calm Mind. So I kind of want the defensive buff to apply across the whole team, just to be safer. So we're gonna go with this set. I'm gonna try it out for a bit. Wherever the hell it is, this one. Yeah, we're going with Swarm, but I don't think Swarm is even gonna make a difference because you have no bug moves. So whatever. Hopefully it doesn't have a useful ability, or else then that would have been a mistake. Let me check if it has any good abilities. I think it's Frisk too. Oh, that's fine. I can ability cancel that one. If I can find one, that is. Omega Law. Ability capsule. Do 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 do. What? Oh, I'm already in that mode. Frisk is actually fucking OP. You can like see if there's choice or whatever like right off the bat, dude. Fucking epic. Yep, that's the one. So, you can run that, you can run that, you can run that. Araquanid did its job pretty well so far. Toxic, yeah, Mirror Coat. I'm just wondering, I haven't gotten a chance to check out Hydro Pump versus Scald yet. But everything else managed to do its job so far. Excab does pretty decently. He's lacking coverage against his own fire weakness though, so it's kinda tough for him. Miyaka Berry allows him to live the fire type, but he doesn't have any drill run or rock move to take it out in return. All he really has is that nothing really. He doesn't really have anything, so you have to switch into the flash fire to kind of really absorb that. At least you have Sturdy here to also save you from a one shot if needed, but probably just save it for itself and just let the thing die anyways. I think we can try this. Everything is weak to rock, unfortunately, pretty much. You can't really get away from that with this typing. We can try another battle. I don't think I want to tweak anything else until I get another test battle in. So let's go for another test battle. We'll keep it singles for now. I don't think there's any other changes that I can think of off the top of my head. Sticky Web. Yep, that was fine. I mean, I remember Thunder versus Volt Switch. Volt Switch was actually seeming to be like a pretty useful move in a lot of scenarios. Like in that whole match, like every time I was using Thunder, I'm like, Volt Switch would have worked here too. Even though I never missed any Thunders, it's like Volt Switch still would have worked. So Volt Switch is still looking like a viable option over Thunder too. It's just it hits pretty damn nicely. But being able to switch out, pretty freaking nice. Really nice, especially on a mon like Galvantula, which is so easy to kill. It's like you just want to kind of hit and get out of there because it doesn't live anything. Especially after taking its own orb damage, it's just easy to pick off, even from priority like Ice Shard and Sucker Punch. Things like Grimmsnarl and shit will easily eat that. Bisharp easily will eat that with a single Sucker Punch from like healthy health, dude. It will slap it up. So it's really like an underclass team. Really low tier, but it's fun. Seeing we got some flying types and a ghost type and a ghost type. I'll still beat his ass though. That's for sure. Question is, how do you want to go about it? Since I don't have a sash in my Galvantula, I technically pray. Just technically pray to a lot of his mons, but it would be nice to start off with in case things are in my favor. If I start with a Araquanid, no one threatens me though. Well, actually not, flying types do. Omega Law. But yeah, this is where Volt Switch kind of comes in handy too. Kind of might want to drop Giga Drain actually and put in Volt Switch, to be honest with you. Thinking of doing that, but it does help against those ground types, so it's like Well, this thing's getting roasted. He sent that one to die. I don't know why he didn't switch. Like, you have a Snorlax, but I would have eaten that with like freaking half health at least. Like, it probably wouldn't even bring brought down to yellow, even with the life orb, bro. The fuck you doing, son? Man just gave me a freebie. I have no idea what he's gonna go for even. I'm expecting the ground type move or a double edge. Either way, you're a pretty decent switch, but if he has the fire punch, I could take that too. But if he has it though, then the second one, but then Send Discourage. Thunk. Safe choice then. Because if he goes for the double edge and whatnot, I can take it. If he goes for the ground move, I can take it. Nice. He's definitely not gonna bring in Mimikyu. Probably gonna bring in his Charizard. So for the Charizard, I'll go for knockoff. Is that Charizard? Yep. Hi Charizard, how you doing today? I totally expected you to come in right about now. Omega lol. Now then, you wanna go use a fire type attack? How about I just, you know, do a little bit, you know what I mean? You wanna go for that fly move now, huh? I mean, I could bring in this. I could bring in this again. Mimikyu. I wish that I stayed in an attack now. I wish he stayed in and like attacked me, you know, with air slash, so I could have like killed him next turn with thunder. But okay. But okay. But okay. So we got Rillaboom. I would like to outspeed that with my Send Discourage. So I mean, getting that freaking thingy up would be nice. Them webs up would be nice. Okay, so this is kind of where you gotta think. So is he gonna Dynamax? He probably will. I have X-Scav for him. So it's like X-Scav can take him, you can take him. A lot of mons can take him. So what do I prefer? Getting the damage off or getting the webs up? I prefer getting the webs up. No, I prefer getting the damage off. Prefer getting the damage off. It's more important. At least he didn't Dynamax. Oh, what a retard. Is he gonna try and Shadow Sneak spam? Like, that's not gonna work. Like, you can kill this with Shadow Sneak, surely, but that's not enough. Oh my gosh. What a, wow. Well then. The Evangelist is definitely making work. Work of things. Good boy, good boy. Charizard, come on out, boy. Oh, Dragapult. Problematic, actually. Araquanid does pretty solid, but if it's a physical attacker, that could be problematic. I need Galvantula for the Charizard, and I mean Rillaboom's still there too. Rillaboom could be killed by literally anything on this team. Oh, getting screens up would be nice at some point, somehow, if I can ever figure out a way to do that. Xscav kind of fits in, but if it's just not the right time. Like something kind of has to go, but doesn't have to go. Araquanid, what do you do? Araquanid, what do? You don't do anything for anyone else but Dragapult. This is your time to shine. As long as he's not a physical attacker, then this is your time to shine. Nothing to do against that, bro. It hits behind protect too. What the fuck? It's alright, you still got this. Trying to go for it again. I'm gonna eat it just fine. What's he gonna bring in afterwards? What do I do after that? I got that again. I mean, Crustle sweeps everything. It's just Dragapult we gotta worry about. For Dragapult, you kind of need this guy. So if you need him for this, then you can get rid of Centiskorch. So it's fine for me to get rid of Centiskorch. So if he goes for Air Slash predicting this, that's fine. And he doesn't predict it. He's gonna have to save his Charizard, so he's gonna switch it out. Brings in the Dragapult, okay. Nice. Okay. Hey, he might have that rock move. That's why I want to get the sticky web up, bruh. Cause he's the guy. You're the mother fudger, bruh. He's that boy. Oh man, I was looking forward to 6-0ing you. I was actually like desperately trying. I was literally trying to 6-0 him. I swear I was literally going for the 6-0. Like, I was switching in a way to avoid me losing Pokemon. Like I could have easily just sacrificed the Pokemon and just let Crustle in, come in, Shell Smash on the free safe switch. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna play and like I'm gonna play that switch game with you, bro, and see if I can like shift all the damage and come out with a victory with 6 mons. So I'm like, yo, 6-0 with a bug team? 6-0 with a bug team, bro? I just beat a fairy team with a Zacian on it, bro, using bug. 6-0 with a bug team would be fucking legendary, dude. And I know I would have gotten it just now, because I saw it. I saw how it would have happened, bro. Like, dude, just now I was bringing in freaking Xscav. There's nothing he could have done to that. So it's like, bro, The frig, man. And then the next time he brings in his Charizard, I can just go ahead and let him hit the Aqua Berry. I don't have to risk bringing in my Centiskorch the second time. Don't have to, man. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna take a little break now. I don't know. Tempted to take a little break, cause shit, I've been at it for a minute, man. It's like stream's been going for 3 hours now. Just as I look, it's 3 hours and 1 second. So I'm like, not the longest stream in the world, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. Really fun though. So on the bug team is so far it's looking like this. I only did like 2 battles, so not like it's refined or anything like that. In fact, I might just end up swapping out 2 or 3 mons. Someone's calling me, so I do have to go. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day.